Hey, welcome to Omnivore Blade Works. Y'all like sharp things? I'm Jared, and I wanted to show you the Murder Tactical Gladius and sheath that I made for it today. This is the second iteration of the sheath that I've figured out for this sword. It has standoffs for mouse clips or a through strap, so you can carry it like on a sling, like over your chest or over your back. Probably over your back, and then it would also be getting a thumb release strap, so that would come up underneath the hilt, so that if you're wearing it on your back, you could pop the snap, and then it would come straight out like this. Because there's no spacers or no fasteners on this side of the sheath, you just have a constraint spacers at the tip and a stopper spacer up here at the hilt. So it's a really quick deployment sheath, basically for either behind the back, handle down, or over the back, so you can pivot it out, up and over, without having to draw straight up and out. This is a critter sheath, so you could draw it up and out, but it's much easier to just pull this way and cut your ear off in the process. So what I made today was a straight pull version of the same sheath. I had to make a new jig. And this is a really simple jig in that there's no molding going on in this body section of the blade, only up here at the handle. Of course, getting all the holes in the right places makes it important for me to have a jig so that I can repeat the process. But you can see right through the sheath, see there's a home ec cabinet behind and through the spacers. There's ABS spacers that stand this off, so this way I can use any thickness of steel and just change the thickness of the spacers and get a sheath that works. And it may be that I'll end up using spacers that are bridged between each hole instead of individual round spacers, because that might be stronger and who knows what. Or I could machine them in my micarta. But anyway, the sheath goes straight in. And you would take your quick release pin, which is in a retention hole just for safekeeping, and then you pin it through the hilt on the top, or you'd run a strap on either top or bottom of the hilt to keep the sword in place. And then there's two solid spacers up the tip instead of round ones that just help a little bit more constraint up there. Once it's all fastened together, instead of having the standoff feature molded into the body of the sheath, I decided it would be easier to make a panel, an adapter panel, that would bridge between these two different zones, here and here, for there and there, for a mouse clip system. Or for the same purpose of running a sling straight through, but without risking the sling being inside the sheath and possibly vulnerable to the cutting edge of the sword. So there'll be two of these plates that can have either mouse clips on them or nothing on them, and they would allow you to run a 1.5 inch strap lengthwise or a 2 inch strap horizontal. Strike that 1.5 inch strap horizontal, 2 inch strap crossways. So you get a full 2 inch wide sling around your shoulder, which would be very comfortable. And then you could position it with sliders, webbing sliders, anywhere you want to keep the thing from sliding up and down on your sling. So that's the straight pull sheath. This is just the first prototype, which is going to be basically the way it works, minus maybe a couple of little differences with spacers. And also I need to get some new 6 bolts that are longer in order to fasten these panels onto the sheath. I don't have the right fasteners right now, they're too short. Of course, this sword is not for this sheath because the panel's too fat. This is going out to a customer who already has one of these and wanted to have a straight pull sheath. Anyway, let me know what you think. I guess this is probably a good idea for certain users because it's a little bit harder to stick your thumb into the side of the sheath and cut yourself if you have a little person riding in your truck with you, or getting in trouble in various places. It's probably good to protect them from an inanimate object. That sounds kind of silly, doesn't it? Just tell the kid not to touch your sword. Anyway, that's all I have to say for now. That was a quick update for the murder tactical gladius sheath, and I'll be making more of them. This one's actually still not spoken for. It's 3V, with a cool vintage canvas micarta grip that I got from my old college campus from the shop teacher, like decades ago. Alright, see you next time.